Good evening. It is March 13th, 2012, and welcome to Rick Santorum for Illinois. What we hope to do is convince Republican voters in the presidential primary to vote for Rick Santorum for the presidential nomination in 2012. Now, why Rick Santorum? Well, the first thing to remember is that Rick Santorum is a lifelong rock-ribbed conservative. He was a conservative in a blue state where it would have been very easy to pander or to moderate. And remember, his state was carried by John Kerry twice and Barack Obama. And yet, he remained true to his conservative principles, where unlike somebody that we'll mention a little bit later, who decided to move to the center or move across the center. But Rick held firm. He is a very devoted, committed Christian, not a cafeteria Christian, but one who follows the entire Bible, not just the easy parts. He does the same with his religion. He does not concede modernity. The other thing about Rick is that he understands this culture of elitism that overvalues a college education. And he even talked about that being a type of snobbery. And he also correctly points out that college education often causes students to lose their faith along the way, or at least lose a big chunk of it. Rick, on the other hand, managed to get through a four-year degree program at Penn State University, Master's of Business Administration at University of Pittsburgh, and as well as a Doctor of Jurisprudence at University of Pittsburgh, and still was not swayed by modern ideas such as evolution or astronomy. He remains a creationist now, and he, to this day, is not taken in by climate science. In fact, just recently he pointed out that carbon dioxide was a gas that's used by plants. How could it possibly be harmful? Anyway, that's Rick Santorum. He's also been very devoted to the life of common people, making their lives better in a conservative American way. Now, the other mainstream choice, and no, not Ron Paul, come on, he's in his own category, is Mitt Romney. Now let's look at Mitt. Mitt was governor of Massachusetts. He was once pro-choice, was on record. He was once pro-gay rights. There was a flyer where he and Senator John Kerry were going to attend a gay rights parade in 2002. And though his campaign has disavowed the flyers that we're going to post, there is an article on the Boston Globe that mentioned that his people, the people in his office, were asked, they asked the Gay Rights Parade if they could march. Now, they never followed through with that. But Mr. Romney has changed his position. Remember also, whereas Mr. Romney is wealthy, and there's nothing wrong with that, I think it's great in America if you can get wealthy, he didn't become wealthy by manufacturing things people can use. He became wealthy by vulture capitalism. His main duties at Bain Capital were to consolidate businesses and basically fire people in order to make the businesses more profitable. Now, he calls it tough decisions and all this other stuff. And the main thing Mitt has going for him, so he says, is electability. But let's think about this just a little bit. Mitt has not been able to go 5 minutes without making a major gaffe. Remember his talking about, I'm an employee too. Never mind that he called $360,000 a year in speaking fees. Not much. Remember Mitt attending the NASCAR race? And taunting people, teasing people about their inexpensive rain gear. saying that he's one of us because, well, he loves NASCAR because he knows some of the owners. Come on. And if you want to know about Mitt, just look at the Burns character in The Simpsons. It's clear that he's a good man, but he's completely out of touch, and his political positions twist like a weather vane in the wind. Or just like the old joke says, a liberal, a conservative, and a moderate walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Hi, Mitt." Anyway, there you have it. That's basically the real choice a Republican has. A lifelong, strong, staunch conservative who served in the United States Senate and stuck to its principles, or a weather vane who is more interested in protecting the bottom line of corporations, which are doing quite well. Now, I'm not anti-corporation. We want businesses to be successful. But America is not just corporations. And Rick understands that. So vote for Rick. Thank you for listening.